And now it's September, Tuesday the 2nd. Um, well packaged thing from By Soundtrack. I think there's only going to be 2 CDs in here, but it does feel hefty, or maybe there's more. Maybe it's not 4. What do we got? Maybe this was. I think this is things I ordered and then things given away as freebies by the look of it. It's like fine. So what I ordered were Golden Age of Horror volumes. What is it? Volume 1, which is some Elizabeth Lutyens, and Satanic Rites of Dracula, which is John Kakavas. Um, and then they've sent me a couple of other things. Uh, The Wind, Stanley Myers and Hans Zimmer. Maybe I ordered that. Maybe I did. I certainly didn't order I Desire by Don Peake. So never even heard of that. So I hunger, I hunt, I strike, I feast. It says on the side there. So paired with the fangs, I'm going to presume that's a vampire movie. It's got vampire movie style font on its track listing. Fine. It's Wednesday the 3rd. A couple of packages, both from World of Books. One of which is actually a book. And the others of which are CDs as usual. Obviously, we've got the recent John Williams biography is out, and we have biographies of it's the music of John Barry, which is John Burnham's book, and a book about Elmer Bernstein by his son, and of course Jerry Goldsmith. Well, there's the Christian Aguilera book that exists, and the other notorious one that doesn't quite. Looking around and seeing if there are any other major composers who've had biographies. Yeah, there's this, which is a book about Bernard Herrmann. A Heart at Fire's Centre. Strange title. You would think a fire at Hearts. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? That's about 350 pages worth of book. Herrmann's major figure. It should be interesting. Anyway, the rest of this is CDs, so let's show you what those are. I know what they're going to be because I can recall the orders, but as per usual, just wrapped in a plastic bag, so let's hope that the things aren't broken. Jewel cases are a bit grubby. We have a Morricone, which is Disclosure. A slightly broken jewel case on that one. We have an Elfman, which is Dumbo. And I did not. Ooh. I did not know that Carl Jenkins, very popular a few years ago for classical pieces, had written at least one film score, but apparently he has. River Queen. Now, broken jewel case, but correct me if I'm wrong, but is that signed by Carl Jenkins? It certainly looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah. So there we are. Addendum to that. I've just Googled Carl Jenkins autograph to see if that was, and he does not do a looped J like that. And yeah, I don't think that is why somebody would go to the trouble of writing a name that looks awfully like Carl Jenkins, whilst not actually being Carl Jenkins on a Carl Jenkins CD. Who knows? But it's not as though I kind of paid extra for that because I didn't know it was going to be. I only paid £3 for it, so it's just a slightly defaced CD. Here we are on Thursday the 11th. Haven't had anything for a few days. Something's just been delivered. Not entirely clear where this is from, so we'll find out. It's got a tear strip on it. Aha! Okay, this is the long-delayed score album for Beetlejuice. There was an earlier album, which I assumed was going to be the only album there was, which has got a bunch of the songs and a bit of Elfman's score on it. But Waxwork have recently released an actual score album, so that's that. It's more what we want, isn't it? And about an hour later, got some more things. That first one was from Waxworks. This second one appears to be as well. I ordered more than one thing from them? Maybe? Or have they somehow accidentally sent me 2 copies of Beetlejuice? They have. Who wants one? Shout in the comments if you want a copy of Beetlejuice. Nobody will shout. Nobody watches this. Then we also have some things from buysoundtracks.com. In there. Now, they often will send something along extra as a freebie along with what one's ordered. So let's see if they've done that this time. Yeah, they have. Okay. I ordered a couple more of these Golden Age discs. Science Fiction Volumes 1 and 3. Funnily enough, Marlin Skiles, who's the composer of one of these, was someone I had never heard of until I started reading that. And I was just past the page where Williams was talking about getting mentored by him or working with him in his early days, and then I saw a disc by him. It's like, oh, Barda Mine Elf effect. The freebie I've got this time is a GNP Crescendo Fantastic Television compilation. It's X-Files, Sequest, Deep Space Nine, Quantum Leap, V, War of the Worlds, Outer Limits, Green Hornet, and then some less science fiction-y things. They're like Rockford Files and The Munsters and Man from U.N.C.L.E. Bonanza. So quite a strange mix and a strange piece of artwork on the front cover. But, you know, who's to turn one's nose up at a freebie? Not me. So the next thing is a box. Yeah, not sure who this come from. Probably SAE, I would have thought. Excuse me while I get something to cut into this box with. Right. An actual penknife. Right. This is the Jaws expansion. It's like, have I not got enough copies of Jaws already? I've got the original release on CD and on vinyl, and then the earlier anniversary expansion disc. Yeah, so Here we are. Look at that. 2 booklets in this one. And 3 discs. What I haven't got, of course, is Jaws 3D or Jaws Revenge. I just never got around to them, and they're a bit expensive, aren't they? But one day. Okay, it's now Friday the 12th. I've just received something through the post. Let's have a look what this one is. This one. Hi, somebody online was mentioning how good and underrated this was. It's The Light Horseman by Mario Milo, a name that I had not heard of before, but we'll give that a go. It's Wednesday the 17th. I've just unboxed 2 things, thinking I'd got the camera on and it was on still mode instead of video mode, so all the packaging has gone. Never mind. I received from the postie 2 items, a book and a CD. The CD is also a book because it's The Notebook by Aaron Zigman. It's one of the very few items in Classic FM's Movie Music Hall of Fame last month, other than Disney song-based animations, that I hadn't got. So I thought, well, I think that's good, so we'll give it a go. Yeah, it's partly Zygmunt's score and partly some other bits and bobs by the look of it. And the book was Mark Kermode and Jenny Nelson's latest one, Surround Sound: The Stories of Movie Music, signed by both of them. Those are apparently their signatures. They're fairly minimal. So that will add to my growing collection of film music books. It's Thursday the 18th. This, if it is what I think it is some, yeah, not quite grails, but things that have been a little bit hard to come by, and I've found somebody way off in Greece who was selling them at a not ridiculously unreasonable price. So let us have a look. There. Oh, one of them still sealed. So yeah. Okay, well, what we have here is Patrick Doyle's Shipwrecked, which is harder to get hold of than you would expect. It's got a little bit of somebody's written something on that and then Tipexed over it, but hey. And the other one is Jerry Goldsmith, Reincarnation of Peter Proud, on Entrada, still sealed. So not for very long it won't be. It's Saturday the 20th. Postie's just delivered something. I'm fairly sure this is not going to be film music related, but rather one of my other interests, which I've kind of mentioned on this channel before in the past. So let us, yes, it is indeed. Potentially slightly tatty, but audio book of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy on oops, 1, 2, 3, 4 CDs. Written and read by Douglas Adams, and it was a numbered edition, and it is signed by him on the back. Yeah. Monday the 29th. Feels like it's been ages, but I don't know. Getting towards the end of September, very nearly October now. Here's a thing that the posties just delivered, which is going to be from SAE, I think. Ooh. Well, it is, but it's not what I was expecting. Okay. It's the final countdown. Which, if I ordered that, I've forgotten I'd ordered it. I've already got the original vinyl of that. But fine. Okay. There were some other things I'd got on order from SAE, which is what I was kind of expecting. Meanwhile, Post is also delivered this, which I'm not entirely sure what that's going to be. So let's find out. Our way into this. I see what this is. Right. This is crowdfunder merch. Some people were relaunching on Kickstarter, I guess, the old Amicus film studio, and I contributed to that. And so what we've got as a result of that are a polo shirt with Amicus logo stitched into it, and another stitched logo that one could apply to other things, like a baseball cap or something like that, and a pin badge, and a copy of their movie In the Grip of Terror on, is that on DVD or on Blu-ray? It's on Blu-ray. With signed art cards. And a signed and dedicated sleeve. So there are, with heartfelt thanks for your belief. I dedicate this movie to you. Yes, well there we are. There we are. Very good. Evening update on this. I definitely hadn't ordered that, but I definitely had ordered some other things. Some other John Scott's, Cousteau, Amazon Part 1, a Wind in the Willows thing that he did that was in a compilation with some Stravinsky and Alan Silvestri's Cat's Eye. So I sent SAE an email querying it. They've confirmed it must have been a picking, packing, shipping error. Said, well, enjoy that as a complimentary, and they'll resend me the ones that I did order, so they'll come later. There we are. Yeah, errare est humanum. So that's September done and dusted. SAE have definitely shipped my replacements for those John Scott and Alan Silvestri items. As we're now into October, I should be getting my Jurassic World Rebirth from Mutant fairly soon. I think the release date for that was supposed to be start of October, so that should turn up sooner or later. And what have I got? Other bits and bobs? Not an awful lot, I don't think. There's a couple of LPs from Disney. We'll see how they go. In the meantime, stay fresh, cheese bags.